All right, so we've got our H-bridge and joystick motor control. This is a motor, I promise. I just have the other one wired up to the other circuit. It's a N20 in a little box, so that's just a motor. The wiring is, I don't want to explain it that bad, but the joystick is getting power. The joystick is sending out 3 signals. One's a digital, 2 is analog, so X, Y, and then the button. And those are going in. It's color coded if you really want to make sure I did it right. We've also got our H-bridge, so we've got our 2 controls for it, which I think are somewhere else. They should be orange and blue. There we go. I think those are our 2 speed controls, and then we've got the power going into it. So this is coming from the Arduino, and then that's going to power. And then the H-bridge is going out to the motor that we have there. You can press the button to activate it, and then we have control of the motor. You can go slower depending on it. Super cool, and then you can deactivate it. Again, all right, I'll show the code, which isn't too bad. We've just got all of the different inputs from it. So we've got the enable, that's the speed control. We've got these 2, these are directional controls. We've got these 3 are going into the H bridge. This is just a number that we use for later, or a constant, whatever. Then we got the joystick. So Y, it doesn't have X in here, even though X is plugged in. We just don't use it. And then the button is a digital, so there's that. And then the button state is also just another constant. Boolean activate, same. Setup, just output, output, output. For the directions and the speed control, the joystick is an input, and the button is an input pull-up because it is actually getting power from the Arduino, not the extra bit, so you need to control it. Serial begin, blah, blah, blah. So what we're going to do is, well, we're just printing out what the joystick button is. That's 1. That was just a test, so we can see it correspond to the activate and deactivate. If digital read joystick button, so if the button is low, then we're going to toggle the activate, and then we're good. So that's all that does. It just checks to see if it's on or off. So if activate is true, it's good. If it's off, it's not going to run. So on, off. Super cool. Intensity is just equal to the joystick. So that's going to be like 0 to 6, like 800, I think. 0 to 1,000, I don't remember. Oh, maybe 1024. That makes sense. Anyways, we do that, and we get, if the intensity is above 600, we want to run the motor to the right, so high, low, and then we want it to run at that intensity, so the 600. And we're also mapping the values, so for if it inputs the 600 to 1023, it changes it to the 0 to 255 that the motor can take. Same here for backwards. If it's below 400, then we know we want to go backwards. That means it's pointing that way. Map it, and then direction. And then if it's in between those values, we know it's just close. It's basically not moved, and so we don't want to give it a value, so we set both these to low. We set it to off. We don't want to go on anywhere. And then if it isn't on, we want to just print out, deactivated, and the motor isn't going to run. Super cool. We can see the activate and deactivate here, so you can see we've turned it on, and now all the serial prints begin for the motor and understanding it. So